Hello, this is Blue Joe Saunders, WBO middleweight champion of the world. Subscribe to Sport and Icons to stay in touch with all the top news. God bless you all.
Right, thank you to everybody who has let me know about this, which is Mauricio Sulaiman, the WBC president, who has now come out and publicly stated that he will in fact be standing beside his new WBC heavyweight world champion, Tyson Fury. Sorry about that, Wilder fanboys, but it is what it is, right? Anyway, this comes in light of recent allegations of a farmer from Preston called Martin something Carefoot or something like that, who has claimed that he was offered a £25,000 bung to lie and say that he in fact supplied Team Fury with wild boar meat, which may have been contaminated with nandrolone. Now, the WBC president, Mauricio Sulaiman, has said this about Tyson Fury. Personally, I prefer to believe Tyson Fury ahead of someone who has already admitted to lying on legal documents for financial gain. The person who has claimed he accepted money to lie should be the one on trial, in my personal opinion, especially when he has waited 5 years to tell his story. Secondly, around this time, Tyson was not involved with the WBC. He did not fight Klitschko for the WBC belt. It was for the other titles. So this issue does not impact on him being our heavyweight world champion. So that is Mauricio Sulaiman's statement. And it's not often that I agree with Mauricio Sulaiman. From time to time I do. But when it comes to this particular situation, he's absolutely correct. This was 5 years ago, people. So Wilder fanboys who's running around trying to do everything that they can because they're not confident that Wilder is actually going to win the belt back because he just got absolutely battered by Tyson Fury. So what do? You assassinate one's character. For Tyson Fury, you come out with stories and embellish on them about rigged gloves, about how he poisoned Deontay Wilder's water before the fight, the suit was too heavy, and dirty tactics and all this kind of thing. And now, of course, these allegations with steroid use, which goes back to 2015, which has absolutely no bearing on what happened a few weeks ago in Las Vegas, where Tyson Fury absolutely pulled down the pants of Deontay Wilder and spanked him all over the ring. Now, Mauricio Sulaiman standing beside Tyson Fury, I kind of wish that he had that same energy when it came to Dillian Whyte, I have to be honest with you, but listen, it is what it is. Now, for all the Wilder fanboys out there, now you know how it feels when you feel like you have the WBC on the opposite side of the fence now, because for a long, long time, we've been wanting the WBC to intervene and make Wilder actually fight the opponents that we want to see, legitimate contenders. And finally, Deontay Wilder, he chose a cherry, and it went wrong. And his name was Tyson Fury. He beat him the first time, got a score draw, which is why Mauricio Sulaiman probably ordered the rematch, because he thought, finally, we've actually found somebody that Deontay Wilder is willing to get in the ring with who can actually beat him. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Okay, it took like another year after that fight to do it, but it happened. So Mauricio Sulaiman, I'm sure part of him is quite happy that he no longer has to protect his WBC World Heavyweight Champion. He knows full well that everything that's going on with Tyson Fury is complete balls. It's a complete bullcrap. It really is. Everything that has been said about Tyson Fury is complete nonsense. A test that dated back to 2015 is not going to get him stripped of his WBC World title. Even if, worst case scenario, UKAD, the British Box Board of Control, decide to open up this case, Tyson Fury can go, you know what, stuff you. I don't care what you think. It's got nothing to do with you. First of all, it had nothing to do with the Klitschko fight. Okay, this was around the Christian Hammer fight. If you want to change that to a no contest, go right ahead. Either way, I don't need your stinking boxing license. So you can stick it right where the sun don't shine. There's nothing you can do when it comes to Klitschko. That fight was in Germany and he passed all VADA testing. The rematch with Deontay Wilder 5 years later was in fact in Las Vegas. So Tyson Fury holds a Nevada State Athletic Commission boxing license, not British Boxing Board of Control. Doesn't have to do UKAD testing because he's not fighting in the UK. Worst case scenario is they can give him a ban, which means that he can never fight in the UK again. Oh well, he never really had any kind of plans to do so anyway. So, sorry Wilder fans, really sorry about that, but now you know how it feels when it comes to the WBC, the struggles that we've had trying to get the WBC to do what it is that we want them to do. What goes around comes around, right? And the WBC President Mauricio Sulaiman is standing firmly beside Tyson Fury. Doesn't matter what happens, he ain't getting stripped. So either Wilder's going to have to rematch Fury and try and get that belt, or he's going to have to take another beating. One of the two. Is what it is, right? Anyway, that's what's going on. Article in the description box. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.